everyone, this is Amrin. So today I'm going to talk about how you can conceive and how you can be pregnant. Very first thing you should look after is your food habit. If you maintain a healthy diet, that's the best thing you're doing for yourself. You have to make sure that you're taking a lot of water and like fruits, veggies, which is really essential, and try to have the dairy product like milk, yogurt, or any sort of cheese, anything like that. And try to avoid few things, which is like a cultural thing at Bangladesh, but in Bangladesh, when we follow this thing, that actually helps a lot. So try to avoid papaya, pineapple, aloe vera, okra, just because pineapple have some sort of things which actually reduces your chance to conceive, and aloe vera and okra, they're not really good because they got some slippery sort of things which actually causes some damage when you're trying to conceive. So it's better to maintain a healthy diet. If you're thinking about conceiving within few months, like 2 to 3 months or 4 months, you're thinking ahead that you're going to conceive or you're planning for, so it's better to maintain your healthy diet. The second thing, if you're thinking about conceiving, it's better to track your ovulation and your period time and all these things. So it's better to have the apps downloaded on your phone by which you can actually track down. Sorry, that's my bub. You can actually track down your ovulation time and your period time. I'm using an app which is called Flow, which helps a lot to me, because when I actually saw my GP, she asked me about my cycle, then what's my ovulation time could be, all this sort of questions, and how long it actually stays, all this sort of questions. So when I had Flow, it was really easy for me to answer, because Flow actually gives you the opportunity to add all your personal data, like how long you did your exercise today, like how much weight you have, how much water you have intake, so all this sort of personal things. So it actually helps a lot to put all your data and personalize your ovulation time. So Flow is really helpful. You can download that, or whichever apps is there is lots of apps in Google or iTunes, so you can have a look there and browse yourself, and you can find whatever you like. The third thing is, if you're planning to get pregnant, it's better to see your GP or your regular doctor, because in that way they will do some blood tests to check if there are any deficiency, or if you need to look after yourself for any specific thing or not. So it's better to see your GP, because they will actually calculate all your dates and everything, and they will tell you about the ovulation and your physics and everything, if you need to watch your weight or anything. So it's better to see a GP ahead, like at least 3 months before, so that they can actually help you out with their professional advice. It's always good to do a pep test. This is my fourth topic, because if you do a pep test, then it helps a lot to know that if something wrong or if everything is okay, because if everything is okay, you feel more confident in yourself about having the intimate relationship and regarding conceiving. And if there's something wrong, if you need to see a gynecologist or obstetrician, then your GP will tell you about that. So it's always good to do a pep test. Especially my GP, actually, when she did a pep test for me, she actually told me that like how my cervix position is and how I should try. So that's a very personal thing. When they did it for me, it really helped me a lot, because I have been trying for a year. So then when I saw my last GP for 2 months, and when she told me about my physical condition and everything, that helped me a lot to conceive very quickly. So I hope it does help to see a GP. Well, the thing is that if you actually do check your immunization, it's really good, because if you by born Australian, you must have done all your immunization. But if you're coming from overseas like India, Bangladesh or Pakistan, something like that, you might not have all your vaccinations done. The importance of having your immunization is, in one way, you actually supporting your bub, you actually making the world safer for them. So your GP might tell you that maybe a chicken pox or maybe a rubella. It's totally up to you. They might say, I'm saying that for example, they might tell you that it's your decision if you want to take it or not. It's totally your decision. But the thing is, it's your responsibility to make the world safer for your bub. So think about it before thinking that maybe, okay, I can skip this one or I can skip that one. So it's better for you to think about it. Think about your responsibility, think about your baby, think about the world. So what do you want to do? It's actually in your hand. What do you want to do? So if you're thinking about conceiving, it's better to get all the immunizations done before conceiving. And if you're conceiving before winter or during winter, so it's better to have the whooping cough vaccination and the flu vaccination done, because in that way they will be safe when they're coming during the winter time, which I felt, because I get birth in the winter time during June. So when I had my flu vaccination and whooping cough vaccination, it actually helped my bub a lot. So this is from my personal experience. It actually depends on person to person, but you can do whatever you want to. Final thing is your multivitamin or your supplements or folic acid, because normally the GP or obstetrician, they actually suggest to have the folic acid or the multivitamin before pregnancy, before you fall in pregnant, so that all your levels go really like a standard, which is needed for your healthy diet or something. So here in Australia, we can find Blackmore or Elevate, whichever actually suits you. So I used to take Blackmore at the beginning, then I switched to Elevate because Elevate is high in some of the things like iron or something is really high in Elevate. So I actually switched to Elevate later on. So it actually depends on your personal choice. If you want to go for any other brand, it's totally up to you. So normally the GP will suggest, or you can actually start by yourself, because there's no harm if you're taking a multivitamin. It's actually helpful or beneficial, I would say. So have a look, check with your GP. When you have done the blood test or something, you can actually check with them that which things you actually need to look after for yourself. So this is the end of this video today. So whatever I told you, it's just my personal experience. There's nothing to do with any professional people. This is my personal experience. I have learned all these things in a hard way. So I thought that maybe it would be really helpful for everyone. If they watch this video, there will be something like, you can rely on, because I was in dark. I didn't want everyone to be in dark regarding when it comes to your mind about planning to have a baby. So hope you like this video. If you like it, please give a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel. Okay, you take care. Bye bye.